When you and I drive on a street, I would say you almost never think about what you're driving on. Yeah, driving on a street, very nice. But what's under the street? Today, we're going to talk about architecture and site. And the reason why I like picking site for the first class is because really everything starts bottom up. Yeah, alles fängt sich von der Ed. Some might argue that the most expensive part in a project is buried, is what's under, what you don't see. And it's probably true. Infrastructure. Infrastructure is you can call it the kishkas that got that in our site. Infrastructure is sewer, water, any utilities, drainage, yeah, all these things. This is a section through a typical roadway, typical street. When you and I drive on a street, I don't care if you're walking, biking, car, bus, I would say you almost never think about what you're driving on. Yeah, driving on a street, very nice. But what's under the street? Yeah. So ganze Studa. You have an enormous amount of infrastructure, right? The word that we said before. If you're lucky enough to see how it's developed, you'll see how they put the pipes, sewer, water, communications. So just to go through a few things quickly, yeah, you have the buildings, you have the sidewalk. This is a boulevard, yeah. Ping Days was hat a divider, so the Ocean Parkway. They have a divider in between. But what you see is sewer, water, electric. Now, why is sewer where it is, right? Why is sewer going to be, well, here, storm sewer is over here. Electric is, okay, but electric is all the way under the sidewalk. Anyone know why sewer is always going to be towards the middle, the center of the street? A few reasons. Number one, you're always going to keep water and electric away from each other. Yeah, you're never going to want to put them together. If something happens, yeah, something happens, you're basically asking for a disaster. If something happens in a sewer, it's the middle of the street, it's away from all the rest of the utilities, it's manageable. And they also tend to be bigger pipes. So you see the sewer in the middle, you have the main, the telephone cable, electric utilities, all that stuff is kind of going to be on the sides. Okay, site. When you talk about site, and it's very easy to put yourself in a position, I live over here, I only know, let's pick New York or Brooklyn, I only know this weather, I only know this weather cycle. The reality is, wherever you're going to do work, whether it's here or outside, or work for someone that does work outside, there's always going to be different weather patterns, different type of temperature. Yeah, we live in a place where it's considered moderate, kind of somewhere in the middle. We have good winters, good summers, and fall, spring, basically have all seasons. So a building has to be designed to withstand weather, yeah, snow, moisture buildup, all that stuff. So you have to understand where the building is. You can't just design a building that belongs in Arizona, that's a hot, dry place in a desert, and dump it into New York. It doesn't work. Sometimes people ask, why does, let's say, it's a certain look, Europe hat a certain look, in New York sieht es ein bisschen anders, Hase sehen uns anders. Aber was kann ich machen Europe in New York? Because it doesn't work. It's two different climates, two different, right? Temperatures, rain, everything is different. The people are also different, so they want to see different things. But it's a different world, yeah? Monsey doesn't look like Borough Park. Borough Park doesn't look like Manhattan. If you look at a satellite view or like a Google Earth, you'll see the difference between, if you would look out the window, you see all different types of patterns. Next to the water, you'll have one type of building type, yeah? You have one type of structure. Why is it, yeah? Manhattan, yeah? Why is it so dense? Why is it so tall? And then you have places that are Leidig, yeah? One house per acre. There's reasons for this. The idea of site is you have to analyze the site first. You have to understand in context, yeah?